We are not dead yet. It is still around. The Ravens had to have two things happen last week. So you had to go into Green Bay and win. And they certainly did. 41-24. And you had to have the Squealers lose to the Browns. That also happened. So we are going to have one of the biggest games, I think, in regular season for the Ravens history. The winner take all is going to be on Sunday night. We'll get to that. But let's talk a little bit about the Packer game as well. Tyler Huntley, I think, no question, deserves a long-term extension for the Ravens. You can long-term extension a backup quarterback. You can give him a 2 or 3 year deal. I certainly don't believe any of the Lamar trade talking. That's just crazy. Maybe there's some negotiating ploy with the contract in that, but certainly they're going to keep Lamar Jackson, you would think. And they're going to have Tyler Huntley as the backup. That makes all the sense in the world. Having a guy, he's really matured as a passer too. I really see him getting better as a passer. Now, again, max protect, tight ends, playing within himself. Certainly not. I think going for a starter on that's more their father and I go. But certainly as a backup, I think they certainly will look at it as well. They should. We've been waiting for this all year round. 36 carries for Derrick Henry, 216, 4 touchdowns. That was just ran all over the Packers. That's what we've been waiting for. So, as well, in this down year that Henry's supposed to be having, he's almost at 1,500 yards so far this year, 216. This was the first game he's ever had 30 carries. It happened I don't want to say all the time in Tennessee. It happened several times in Tennessee, and I don't know why it's not happening in Baltimore. Now you see what can happen when you give Derrick Henry the ball. They could not stop him. So that even emphasized more the loss to the Patriots. Now, again, the loss of the Patriots now seems to be a moot point with the Steelers' loss, and now you're going to play for it all anyway. So it seems to be a bit of a more moot point. But you're definitely seeing the formula works, right? When you have a bell cow, when you do this, that's what it is. Zay Flowers, I think, was fantastic all season long. 4 for 30, 1 TD, not a lot of passing yards. Clearly, he's the guy they look to in the pass game. There's no question about it. Zay Flowers, I think is certainly the media today voted Kyle Hamilton MVP. I'm having a hard time not picking Zay Flowers. There's still one more game left. We'll see. But Zay Flowers, I thought, has been fantastic. Getting in the end zone. He's like, especially it's even more pronounced with the lack of production of Bateman, who again was on the injury report again today, and with illness, and D-Hop. So some of that is not, I think, the other receivers, their fault because of the lack of offensive line play. They went big personnel, so I think that's hurt them. But Zay Flowers stays on the field, is fantastic as well. Roquan Smith, I think, has really looked like Roquan Smith the last few weeks. I think definitely to some criticism. Really, did you see him in this game kind of blow up one of those runs behind the line of scrimmage early, really setting the tone? To me, he's the leader, and you could see it when he plays well. The whole thing, they play better in this game. There was no Jordan Love. Malik Willis played well. 18 for 21, 288. Got knocked out of the game, and that pretty much knocked the win out of their sails as well. Will Malik Willis become a starter somewhere? I don't know about that. I think it's possible. I worry if he can hold it physically. That's the only thing. Certainly, he's played well enough to give it consideration. I mean, that's for sure. Pretty much no Packer run game, 4 carries, 3 yards. Malik Willis, if there was anybody running the football, it was that. Josh Jacobs, it didn't look right to me. Didn't play him much. He's better back than that. He really didn't do much as well. Christian Watson, I think the Green Bay receiving core is pretty good, I think. The problem is they don't really stay healthy. So I think that's always been the issue with the Green Bay receiving core. Romeo Doubs, Jalen Reed, good receivers, but they have trouble healthy. I think Watson is the best one First time in a long time, the Packers have had a receiver over 100 yards, 5 receptions, 113, 1 TD, in this one as well. Their offense looked okay. Especially with Willis played well. They didn't run the ball, whether either was a lack there for Rove or a lack of game plan. They really didn't run the ball as well. Quay Walker, I think, looked like to me, in the absence of Micah Parsons, the best player on the field on defense. Very good tackler. I think had 6 tackles in this game, 1 sack. That defense looks completely different without Micah Parsons. Like not even close to as well. They couldn't stop the run, obviously. They didn't have a lot of pass rush. Secondary not terrible, but they just had no answers. The Ravens, like anytime they wanted to run the ball, push them out the field. Their own coach even called him out in the middle of the halftime when it was asked about the reporter during the game. Hey man, you rarely see a coach actually do that when Matt LaFleur was asked the questions. 41-24 final score. Ravens actually needed it, had to have it, got it. 41-24 over Green Bay. Real quick, Green Bay. Green Bay's probably better off just shutting this down for next week. I think that's probably what they're going to do. They're going to be on the road in a playoff game. They're probably waiting for the winner, however it turns out in the West, and it may turn out several ways. Still, probably Bears, or we'll go over that a little bit too, but probably Bears or Seattle-ish, San Francisco, whoever comes out of that for them, whoever wins that, that's possible, whoever gets that. Seattle gets the 1 seed if they win. San Fran gets the 1 seed if they win. So you're probably waiting for the Bears, Eagles. That's probably what you're waiting for Green Bay as well. They should rest up. Very close, all these teams in both conferences as well. So there's a lot of layers here. Obviously, it's Steelers week. So obviously the best week to always beat the Steelers. So that's out of the way. But there's just more here than just what you're seeing on the screen. Ravens 8-8, 9-7, and obviously outside of the obvious, the AFC North title to the winner of this game in the playoff. The loser will not be in. The winner will be with the AFC North title. So more than even that of the obvious. There's so much here before I even get to the game itself. Is this the last time we see John Harbaugh as the head coach of the Ravens really on the hot seat? Maybe less so. I think the outcome of the game maybe means more to him. Tomlin, for the first time I've ever heard it now, talk of him leaving Pittsburgh after this if he's not successful as well. Talk of him going to TV. Maybe they're not extending his contract. Aaron Rodgers could be retiring after this game as well. We had the Preston article last week. Lamar was at practice today. Will he start? Is he going to play? Is it going to be him or Tyler Huntley? J.J. Watt, considered a long shot. First thing he said, was limited today in practice. So he's going to, for sure, I think, going to do everything he can to give it a go. Because this is the whole thing here. The winner, this is essentially a playoff game in a regular season. The winner actually gets all, this is why they call it winner take all. The winner gets everything. They're going to the next round, going in the playoffs. The loser is not going to go anywhere. They are eliminated as well. So could be regime change, quarterbacks, 2 star players on the bit banged up, not to play. Aaron Rodgers may retire. This is a lot here. This is a lot here, and there's a lot outside of the obvious that could be on the line outside of the AFC North Championship. So let's talk about the game. Who starts for the Ravens? I have no idea. I think after the game, we kind of assumed Tyler Huntley would play, right? And then Lamar, he was running out of practice today. First day of practice. John Harbaugh seemed very confident. So I'm not sure. I do think we need to stop the talk that it's going to be Tyler Huntley if Lamar's healthy. That's not going to happen. Like, it's going to be Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson is going to play if he can play. There's no question about that. So that's kind of silly. That was kind of silly. I mean, respectfully to Tyler Huntley, who I think is playing the best he's ever played. It's going to be Lamar Jackson if he's healthy enough to play, which is possible now. Derrick Henry, 1469, 287, 16 TDs. This is a down year for Derrick Henry. You wouldn't be 8-8 if you'd used the formula that you saw against Green Bay. We're all thinking that, obviously. Running the football. Stop telling me, and I don't want to hear one more person complain about the line. I don't want to hear that. You run the ball with this guy. This guy's a monster truck. Doesn't matter. Like, have it in his hands. 20-plus carries. No question about it. If you want to win the North, but the heat that would be on him would be enormous if they went away from Derrick Henry in this game. You almost have to do it as well. Zay Flowers, I think, is fantastic. 82. 2 straight years now, the Ravens for the longest time didn't have a 1,000-yard receiver. This is their first homegrown receiver now with 2 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Probably go over 1,100 yards in this game. 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns over the season. Zay Flowers, I think he's been most of the pass game for the year. There's a new sack leader for the Ravens, whatever that's saying, Travis Jones. He's been playing, I think, outside on end, kind of where Matabuke is. Doesn't really play the way Matabuke does. He's basically a nose tackle playing outside. But he has gotten 4 sacks. He did have a sack and a half in the last game. He's played well. They gave him an extension. He's played well. He's a good player. He's always been a good player, I think, like that. I don't know if he's a pass rusher, but he's certainly a run stopper. The Ravens' strategy is they don't have that pass rusher, so we're going to make sure that run is shored up as best we can do it with Travis Jones and John Jenkins in there. That's the thinking, the philosophy that they have. Could it be the last time of the great career of Aaron Rodgers on Sunday nights? Another 3,000-yard season. Aaron Rodgers, again, down season, 3,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I think Aaron Rodgers is still a good quarterback with a clean pocket. So when the Steelers' offensive line has played well, like they did in the first Ravens game, he's played well. He's been good lately, too. I think outside of last week, he wasn't as good. But he's been really good down the stretch here. One of the reasons why the Steelers are here is because they did get Aaron Rodgers in the offseason as well. Jaylen Warren, very underutilized guy. I think it seems like Mike Tomlin forgets to use this guy, forgets to run the football, and it's weird. A lot of these coaches do that. As much as we've been railing on John Harbaugh, I think he's done that. I think this guy's pretty good. But it seems like he doesn't, for whatever reason doesn't have confidence in him, whatever reason he doesn't. I haven't seen Warren in a game kind of impose his will. He kind of comes in, out. I don't know if that's on him as much as it is the coaching staff. I don't know. But it seems like he has some good games, but he's never like really like what you saw obviously with Derrick Henry, like imposing himself in games. Good stats, but has a chance to go over the 1,000-yard mark, will certainly help his case going forward. You're not going to have DK Metcalf. He was suspended. That's a big loss for Pittsburgh because he basically was their main guy in by a wide margin in terms of their receiving core. So Adam Thielen is a venerable guy. He's probably another guy who may retire like after this game. Thielen, 16 over 2 teams, 143. They were trying to last week, I saw in the Browns game, use like MVS, Carlos Scaling, Montez, Family Scaling, I think I said it right. Like Metcalf, that's not what he does. You need to focus here. I think if you're Aaron, this guy's obviously not chain mover, get the ball forward as well. Not going to have Darnell Washington, the tight end as well, that's been so successful for them as well. So they're missing some pieces here in the last game that means so much. I don't know if TJ Watt is going to play as well. Limited in practice today, considered a long shot for the game. Highsmith is going ahead and matter truth.
I need the charger. What percent are you on?
Here. I'm going to bring my charger back. And that will be on the podcast. Daughter's still in my charger. Anyway, 8.5. Yes, it will be on there, true. 8.5 sacks a year for Highsmith. Why? I don't know if he will play. Everything I know about Watt, if there's a small chance he can play, he's going to do everything just to tape himself up and go in this game. That means absolutely everything for the Steelers and probably the future. This could be. I can tell you, the loser of this game may be going through a major transition in both. So this is a lot. Derrick Henry, X Factor. Boy, if I got to watch Harbaugh on Monday at the presser, the end of the year presser say, man, the game went to, I'm going to strangle somebody. Like, go to Derrick Henry, use your Hall of Fame running back. I don't think there's any other option on offense. Personally, I don't care if Lamar plays or not as well. Mike Green, you got to see a little bit more as well. 3.5 sacks of the year, lost the lead to Travis Jones. Got to see a little bit more from Mike Green, I think, as well. I think going forward, 2025, and we'll get to that, obviously, once the Ravens are eliminated. But I do think they're probably going to use him. They're going to have him do some work in the offseason as well. But they're going to need him in this game. Aaron carved you up in the first game because you didn't have pressure on the QB. All right. There you go. All right, comment section. I'm taking the Ravens. I know it's a mistake. No, it's not. Ravens will win the game on Sunday night, Kenny. And I hate Rodgers, though. I don't hate Rodgers. I don't like him in a Steeler uniform. I don't like any of those guys, Steeler uniform. But I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers, the career he's had, I think deserves a lot of respect. Good. I hope you're right. I am right. The Ravens will beat the Steelers on Sunday night. I've been saying it to anybody who doesn't even know about football. I was at the supermarket today. White people. The Ravens will beat the Steelers on Sunday night. I was at work. But some of my coaches, they don't even watch football. That's what's going to happen. So a lot's happening on Sunday night. So this is obvious, outside of the obvious, the winner of the North. But, man, this could be big. This is going to be a very interesting Monday the franchise of the team that loses as well. Could we have both coaches come back? Could we have the quarterback come back? Could we have it's a lot here. So interesting to see. The result of this game means more than just, all right, you're out, try again next year. No, this is a lot. We're going to have a very interesting week next week to talk about this, regardless of who wins. But of course, Ravens will win Sunday night. All right.